they're only coming so far forward. We can do the return to Cinder. Right here. Oh! And we'll go through walls. We've been betrayed. Surrounded, Lothric's head whips around, searching frantically for any possible escape as the raiders edge closer. Beyond the ring of enemies, Torin and a few familiar faces emerge from the darkness with bloodied weapons drawn, though they don't seem inclined to make any urgent use of them. What are you waiting for, Torin? Help us! Yeah, I don't think this is going to go well. The raiders eye Torin as he confidently steps among them, each seemingly unconcerned by his presence, perhaps even emboldened by it. Sorry, friends. Twisted smirk forms at the corner of his mouth as he slides an arrow from his quiver. We'll make this quick. Let's get back to the betrayal as our friends become foes. Lothric glares at Torin with wild fury in his eyes, arms trembling as they level their weapon toward him. You damn traitors, have you no honor? Torin scoffs. Honor achieves little in this world. Fencing sideways at his accomplices, he raises a hand, signaling them to attack. I trust you lot can handle the rest. Spare no one. So it looks like it's us against 6. And yeah. So marksman, enforcer, adventurer, marksman. So typically these ones were stronger. We're not going to be able to get close. Actually, no, we might be able to, because I did give some stuff. So let's go ahead and move to here. What?
And we love having you,
I
Catfish.
clicked the wrong thing? Oh my god. Well, that went well.
Oh dear.
I clicked the wrong button, folks.
Oh dear.
Let's go ahead and get down here. We're going to start some preparations for safeguarding. Ah, shoot. That went well. Okay. So, we're going to want... we're going to need to pick off some targets pretty quick. Let's just get down here and work on this one for now. Miss! Oh my god! This is going from bad to worse. Alright, well at least they're protected. And not taking too much damage. Alright, this is what I meant to hit when I hit this.
This feels super epic.
Alright, let's get over here. And get in a good hit. And we're gonna keep... We're gonna try to... Oh, great. So we're going to take the hit on this, but we got to close the gap and get in and get some work done here. All right, they took less damage because of that. Let's get this one down. So at least it's 4 on 5. We're making them bottleneck as they come toward us. How much movement does this one have? They have 4, so they can go 1, 2, 3, 4. They can get right on top of her. Let's wait. Let's let them come forward. They're gonna go for it. Okay.
Ouch, that hurt.
All right, so we're gonna move to here, so that we're going to be partially out of the way of that stuff. Let's get a heal going. She's back to full, and she's gained radiance, whatever the hell that means.
Well, okay. I think it's good. I think radiance is good.
All right, let's arc lightning, a ball of lightning that hits primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets. We still need them to cluster up more before we can really take advantage of that. Work on getting that one down a little bit lower. Let's get in here. Let's go ahead and do a crescent wave. Oh, I can't. All right, well, no, I thought I could hit this grouping of 3, but I can't. All right. We need to get her down because we got her with a thing. Getting stuff done. Okay, yeah, that's 95. All right, they're stunned.
Oh my gosh, I'm really.
All right,
concerned.
they're staying grouped up. That's good. That's what we needed. Okay, so conduit.
He missed. Oh my god.
This will hit the others, right? Or no. Arc lightning rather. Ball of lightning that hits the primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets for 5 damage. Do I have to move in order to be in a better position for it? Maybe I do. That's okay. Yeah, good. We got them all lined up. There, that's 1 kill and some damage. Okay. Let's get this one down. Here soon, at least. Okay, we need to get a heal on you. Do we have any inventory? Yeah, I just need to wait until it's my turn. No, we have no provisions.
Oh, that sucks.
All right. Shoot. We can't move to go and do something else either. Oh, let's kill this one. At least we're down to 3-on-3. There we go. Got a good static charge on that.
This is a scary battle because you only have like 3 people.
Mm-hmm. Can I not? All right, we're gonna have to move closer, I think. All right, got him popped off pretty well. Let's go ahead and get this one down. So now we just got the 2 pew-pewers. Is this a crit? Yeah, they got a crit, but it didn't hit for that hard. All right. Get up here. We're gonna use our kick to knock it back, and then hopefully get a little bit of stunnage on it. She doesn't have the ability to get there quickly enough. Can you? Nope, we can only hit that one with it. All right, well, let's do the Radiance. Okay, they're still focusing on them, so that's fine. Let's close the gap. Finish it. Get right up in their face. Let's see how hard a regular hit. Yeah, 101. That's almost as much as the other thing.
That music really makes this feel even
All
more
right,
intense.
are there really no disadvantages to shooting somebody right in front of you? I thought it would lower their damage if you're right in their face. Well, all right.
Well, you survived, so that's good.
Yes, that part is good. He's our damage right here. That's for sure. And we got a little bit of cash off of them. Otherwise, that really didn't go well. Opening your eyes, you find yourself sprawled out on the ground with a mouthful of dirt and a throbbing ache in your head. Despite the ringing in your ears, you can hear a muffled voice calling out. A hand grips your shoulder as you jerk at the touch, flying at the ground and scrambling onto your back. Easy now. You exhale with relief at the sight of Yurik leaning over you, the early morning light shining upon his blood-spattered face and garments. He straightens up, and you grab hold of his extended arm, gripping tight as he pulls you upright. Regaining your senses, you look out at the smoking remains of your camp. Anything not taken by the raiders has been taken by the fires. Not much left, is there? The bastards took everything. Closes his eyes, lowering his head, and sighs deeply. It was Torin, sir. He betrayed us. Torin, are you sure? Yurik nods. Wasn't alone either. Damon, Enos, Naira. His fingers clenched into trembling fists. All fucking traitors.
Maya.
No, Naira.
No, I would thought of Naya.
Through the anger, you notice a sadness in his eyes and realize suddenly that his nephew isn't present. Where's Gedrick? Yurik glances down, slowly shaking his head. Don't know for certain, but I fear he's dead, he sighs. I was with him when the attack started, but he ran into trouble. Told the boy to run, but he pauses, staring blankly into the distance as you place a comforting hand on his shoulder. Don't remember much else, I'm afraid. Woke up to Ulrich dragging me out from under a pile of bodies. Ulrich's alive? Are there any others? Aye, he's alive. Managed to find a place to hide and patch himself up. I told him to stay off his feet. He snorts, waving a hand in the general area behind him. What? Alarak? Yeah, that's an Alarak.
I was thinking Protoss.
Blizzard takes names and changes one letter. That's true. But he's out there limping around, trying to salvage what he can. Thankfully, there are a few others too. Seems they managed to kill a whole group of the bastards. His brief smirk fades into a grim expression. I'm afraid that's all, though. You turn to see Alaric emerging from a half-burnt tent, flipping your way and being helped along by other survivors of your company. A relieved smile forms on all their faces at the sight of you. Gods, we're glad to see you, sir. He glances at Yurik. Have you shared the news? I did. Alaric fumbles inside his coat, pulling out a few slightly scorched papers. I found some correspondence in one of their tents. They had been planning this for months, it seems. Lothric mutters under his breath. Traitorous bastards. Any idea who they were working with? I'm afraid not. Certainly more than just a ragtag group of thieves. They were too well armed and too well organized. Yurik scoffs with disgust, leaning over to spit on the ground. A group of cowards, I say. Easy to achieve victory when half our troops passed out drunk. No doubt Tor and them were counting on that fact. Spineless pricks. I never did like Torin none. Always felt uneasy around him. Alaric furrows his brow, a thought creeping into his mind. I can hardly stomach the notion, but could Vaughn have been involved? Yurik waves a dismissive hand. Not a chance. I know he and Torin got on well enough, but the man's as loyal as they come. I'm glad he wasn't here for this. We've lost too much already. Regardless of who's involved, there's little we can do about it, at least for now. So what's our plan, boss? You know I'll follow you anywhere, but I promised my sister I'd look after Gedrick. If he's somehow alive, I need to find him, and if he's not, well, he pounds his fist into his other hand. Us putting those traitors into the ground will have to suffice. Alaric places a calming hand on Yurik's shoulder. The boss is right. We've little choice in the matter. I understand you want vengeance, so do I, but we haven't the manpower or the means to seek it right now, and doing so would only get us killed. If we're going to do this, we need to first restore our numbers. Then I promise we'll hunt those traitors down. You look around at your companions, renewed purpose in each of their eyes as they all nod in agreement. Right then. We'd best travel light. It's a long walk to Andalime. Continue. Alright, as your caravan travels through the world, time will progress. Supplies and general upkeep can be expensive, and every day that passes will cost us coin. In the top right corner of the navigation are the navigation controls, allowing you to advance to the next day, stop traveling, and adjust the speed of your caravan. Given the situation, we can't afford a long journey. We should make our way to the city of Andalime and rest and regroup. So it's neutral and friendly. This one's neutral, neutral, neutral. Okay.
I'm liking the map. I like the
Show
how
the
the
city
clouds
info.
go across the map too. That's pretty cool.
It's peaceful. Ruling house is Talion. Ruler. Let's see. Its main export is wood. According to legend, the city of Andalime was founded by Adil the Axe. His line ruled over the city until the Midland Civil War, where Edic Andalime died in battle alongside his sons, fighting under the banner of Nearest Talion. Okay. So cool. They got like stories to all of it too. So let's go ahead and confirm that that's where we're going. Passing the days as we walk. Enter city. After many long days on the road, you and your companions breathe a collective sigh of relief upon entering the city limits of Andalane. Streets are bustling with traffic, and though it does seem to be business as usual, you can't help but sense an uneasiness among the people. Eric seems to pick up on it as well, and with narrowed eyes, he looks up to the sky. The days are growing darker, that's for sure. He gestures to the crowds. No doubt they're all concerned about the scourge. Can't say I blame them. On the bright side, there will be no shortage of work available to us.
Well, is it cooler? No. Like, I'd take it after the heat that we've been getting. Undead is at least cooler.
Okay. On the bright side, there will be no shortage of work available to us, but for now, he winces, glimpsing down at his injured leg. We could all do with a few days' rest. Alaric begins to shuffle forward, gesturing ahead with a nod. I believe the inn is this way. So we passed 4 days at the inn. With the morning sun shining into your room at the inn, you rise from your bed, pleased to find your body finally free of its many aches. Gathering your belongings, you walk down the creaking stairs to the ground floor, spotting your companions already seated at a table and breaking their fast. Morning, sir! You're looking a slight better, huh? Come! He gestures to the seat beside him, with one hand, taking up a spoonful of porridge with the other. Sit! Eat! Across the table, Alarak tears off a piece of bread and hands it to you. We were just discussing our next... Alarak trails off as a man approaches the table, your previous employer, Caldwin, sporting a puzzled look upon his face. I must say, I'm surprised to see you here. I heard about the battle. Heard you were dead. In fact, he slides into a seat opposite you, spreading his arms wide. Yet here you are! So, this is how you know it's a fantasy. 4 days rest and they feel better. Either that or they're still very young.
Yeah.
Heard it from who? Your associate. He looks up, trying to recall the name. Torin. That was it. Tall bastard he was. Said your entire company was killed in an ambush, and that he was lucky to be alive. Anyway, he brought me the vials, so we concluded our business, and he went on his way. You just believed his story? Truth be told, no. I could tell he was hiding something, but I wasn't about to refuse the man. I suspect he could rip me apart with his bare hands, were he so inclined. Was there anyone else with him, a boy of 15 years? The man scratches at his chin. He had a few companions from what I saw, none that young, however. Any idea where they were headed? I don't know that either, I'm afraid, but it seems they were each going their separate ways. Alaric raises an eye at that piece of information. Retiring, perhaps? They certainly can't afford it, having stolen everything from us. So they betrayed you and stole your fortune, did they? I'm sorry for that, but perhaps we can help each other out. You have a job for us? I mean, I don't know, it looks like we still have money here. So... More of an arrangement. Caldwin leans in closer, placing an elbow on the table. I've been looking to expand my business across Calum, but the roads are a dangerous place, as you well know, and I'm in need of a permanent guard. In return, I would offer you a discount on all my wares, potions, elixirs, and the like. I'm sure they'd be of great use in your line of work. To be clear, I would not interfere with the operation of your company, but that you could, of that you could be sure. In fact, I care not where we travel, just so long as there are buyers for me to sell to. He leans back, spreading his hands across the table. So, what do you think? Sounds like a fair proposal. I accept your offer. Caldwin smacks a hand down on the table. Excellent. Then consider me at your service, my friends. And as I said, where we go is entirely up to you. Alaric lifts his hand, a single finger raised. There is one problem, however. We simply cannot afford to travel anywhere at the moment. Not to mention we are without carriages and horses. You've certainly had a rough go of it, huh? He waves a hand. No matter, I can supply both horses and carriages. As for funds, I hear the local vanguard... yeah, we already read about them. Have their hands full at the moment. I suspect you might find some work with them. He leans close, lowering his voice. Just don't mention my other activities. They would be none too pleased to learn of the vials in my possession. So he needs something from us, and then we're helping him out. Right. Thanks for the tip. We'll go and see them then. Baldwin rises from his seat, straightening out his tunic. So now we gotta go talk to the Vanguard, see if we can get some jobs. I have preparations to make then. He looks at each of you, nodding farewell. I will await you at the gates. Taking a bite from your bread, you took on as Caldwin strides out of the inn. Alaric looks back toward you, fingers rubbing at his chin. You know, sir, I was thinking it might be wise to retire the company name, so long as those traitors think us dead. We'll have an easier time rebuilding our numbers, and when we're ready to strike back at them, it will be us with the upper hand. Assuming nobody recognizes you, I suppose. Uric grunts in approval as he swallows the last of his drink. He's right, I reckon. Best not to draw any attention to ourselves if we can help it. Any ideas for a name, boss? Monkey Lord's always had a nice ring to it, I thought. Monkey Lords, huh? He pauses, flushing a toothy grin. Aye, I believe that will suit us well. Alright. When visiting the city, you can view available contracts by clicking one of the contract banners at the top of the screen. The icon on the banner tells you which faction is offering the contract. So we got to balance out with different factions. Interesting. And completing it will increase your reputation with them. We are hardly in a position to be picky right now. I say we take whatever job the Vanguard has to offer us. All right, well, it looks like they're the only ones with a job. Back on your feet. Pick up some work from local Vanguard representative. And they'll pay us $550, and we get 155, this like renown or something. And gives us 240 turns or something. And I guess 1 skull in difficulty. Even from a distance, you can tell there is a sense of urgency brewing with the Vanguard garrison. As you near, a pair of hard-eyed guards order you to halt, their weapons held up to impede you. Behind them, a man in a decorative suit of armor, no doubt an officer, takes note of your arrival, and with a wave of his hand, orders you, the 2 guards, to stand down. What is it, Hazzysoft?
It sucks for Catfish. Did you read that? Here in
SoCal, we're under a heat dome. Yeah, I've heard you guys are getting a really big one. I heard there were a whole bunch of records being set. I hope you stay safe and cool where you're at, because that's yeah.
I know it's a lot hotter than what we're getting over here, but for us, 90s is freaking terrible.
Well, it's because nobody up here has AC, so it's...
Well, some people do.
Yeah, but
some people are wisening up.
Yeah, but we got to go and redo some electrical before we can really get them going here. Because it was not meant to have this many computers. We have a few PCs. A few. Just a gamer household. And then the air conditioners. Anyways, at ease, soldiers, let them through. He bids you to approach, his eyes fixed on yours. My apologies, things are rather tense around here, as you can tell. He regards the rest of your companions, looking them up and down. Is there something you need? We heard you can use a hand. 105 3 days ago. Jeez, Catfish, I'm sorry. Yeah, just try to stay cool. Good luck. I hope that goes away soon. Are they doing anything with the electrical? Are they doing any brownouts or rolling blackouts or anything? Because I remember there was concern about that in the region. I hope none of that's happening, though. Hopefully you can keep the ACs going. All right. An understatement, but you've heard correctly. I'm sure you've noticed the days growing darker of late. They say the scourge is coming, but in truth, it has already begun. We've been receiving increasing reports of void spawn in the area, and we're scrambling to respond to each. Any help you can provide is most welcome, and will be rewarded, of course. What do you need us to do? A group of refugees are fleeing from a small village just south of us. I had dispatched a unit to aid them, but with the number of void spawn that was reported, I fear their presence won't be enough. I would ask you to travel south, link up with them, and ensure the refugees arrive here safely. He turns to an aide, snapping his fingers and holding out his hand. The aide rummages through their satchel, producing a few papers, which they promptly hand over. The officer briefly glances down at their documents before offering them to you. These will point you in the right direction. Good luck. He extends a friendly hand. I've no doubt you are suited to the task. You can count on us, and we accept the contract. The officer nods and turns away, striding off to deal with another matter. Ulrich steps towards you, peering over your shoulder at the report held in your hands. Looks like we got our work cut out for us, sir. Before we depart, might I suggest hiring some fresh recruits at the inn? I'm sure there are more than a few capable mercenaries available. We will continue with that. They are asking everyone to conserve electricity by only powering essentials. Oof. Yeah. We're really lucky in Washington State because we have tons of hydropower, but yeah, Like, hearing the situation in a lot of other places, it's rough. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the different places. All right, every city has an inn which allows you to rest, buy drinks, or recruit new members. Resting will reduce your entire roster's fatigue by 3 for each night purchased. Buying around for your company will increase their loyalty for a time, though drinking too frequently can result in adverse effects. If you are in need of new members for your roster, you can scour the local talent and recruit them to your company. So it looks like we can have a maximum of 8. So let's take a look at that. Let's find our recruits here. This is a list of all available recruits in the city. As time passes, new recruits will appear. You can view information on each recruit by checking the icon to the left of their portrait. All right, so we got a novice Stormcaller, a novice Pyrolancer, and a novice Guardian. 130 per year, 119 per year, 126 per year. If I click on them, does it automatically take them, or do I just get to see? Can I see your stats? I'm going to go lurk mode. I'm feeling pretty sick, so I best try to get some rest. I shall relax in the smooth, dulcet tones of Nord narrating the game. I'm not so sure about smooth, but yes, I will narrate the game. Enjoy your lurk, Thorn, and thank you for spending the time with us. I hope you feel better. Why do you have low speed? Is it a gear modifier? All right, you're dutiful. You gain loyalty faster. You're headstrong. Starts expedition with morale. Stuck in their own beliefs. Affects dialogue choices. Okay. I'll have to think it over. Let's take a look at the other ones. So the Stormcallers really seem to get in some good damage, but we need to have good tanking so that they can actually pull it off. Let's take a look at you. You are Midas Touch, finding 10 extra coin when looting on expeditions. Survival Instincts, power and evasion increased by 15% if you're less than 50 HP. I don't like that. Cowardly, scared of just about everyone and everything. No. Keen Eye, 1 to crit, and content, unlikely to seek out new ideas. Yeah, I'm sorry. Coward is not going to work out. Like, I could just see that backfiring really hard. And then you. Fortitude, defense, increased by 10. Cautious, wary of any action that could potentially backfire. It affects dialogue choices. Fitness freak.
Lucky and sweaty. I feel like that's a good combo.
Peak age bonus is now increased to 5 for physique. Fitness. Kill enemies in the most brutal ways possible. Well, alright, I'm into that. The question is how many can I have, though? 98 per year for 3 years with a 50 sign-on bonus. Let's do that. Alright, we got you. I kind of like the thought of having a Pyrolancer. And then you were the one with Cowardly, and I just see that backfiring, so I'm not gonna mess with it. All right, and let's buy a round for everyone, so everybody's happy. And your funds are running low. You need at least 565 to cover the cost of paying your company contracts at the end of the year. Yeah, well, we'll be fine. Vicious Dog Inn. We get a reputation discount here. What's at the marketplace? So we have a fair amount of stuff. What's it going to take to repair? Repair all gear. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll repair everything with that. And it looks like we could pick up stuff from some markets to sell at other markets. That's going to be something that we'll want to think about in the future, though. But since this is a market with a lot of wood, we could probably pick stuff up here and sell it elsewhere. Anyway, Traveler's Den. That's what they have. Cloth wraps. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with what's going on there. Infirmary. If you have an injured character, blah, 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 blah. We have nobody that's injured. Okay. Cool beans. Let's leave the city and let's go work on this mission down here. So it'll take 13 days to travel to Brem Cave, which is where that thing is at. Let's get to going. After days spent on the road with no sign of the refugees, you begin to lose hope of ever finding them. Glancing sideways at you, Lothric observes a look of concern on your face. So long as they've stuck to the road, we should find them soon. They frown into the distance, one way or another. Up ahead, a figure suddenly emerges through the patches of trees, just off the beaten path. They barrel toward you, frantically waving their arms to gain your attention. As more begin to appear behind them, you urge your horse forward, riding out to meet them. Please help us! Their hand points beyond the patch of trees from which they came. Our caravan's under attack! You glance in the direction, faint sounds of combat, barely audible over the panicked screams of refugees. Are the Vanguard with you? Yes, multiple of my party need armor, but I'm also barely having enough to cover our expenses at this point. So I think after I complete the contract, I'll make the purchases, assuming that it works out well. I'm not sure if I can even fight with more than 4 people. So I have the 4 that are well geared, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to fight with all 6. If I do fight with all 6, I'll try to keep the less well armored kind of in a safe place. All right. They are, but they're outnumbered. Roland rides up to your side, narrowing eyes meet, looking toward the sound of battle. We should hurry! You twist your seat, signaling the rest of your company to follow as you charge ahead, past the crowd of refugees, and into the fray. Locate and assist the Vanguard. You arrive just in time to render aid. Lothric and Roland grapple a demon away from one of the soldiers, cutting it down in the process. The remaining demons are felled in short order. As one of the Vanguard soldiers tries to wrench their spear free of a demon's skull, another acknowledges your arrival, removing his helmet and tucking it to it at his side. He marches across the bloodied grass toward you, a wary grimace on his face. I take it you've been sent to help. He glances down at the demonic abominations, dark blood oozing from their hacked-up bodies. There will be more of them, of that I'm sure. An officer from Andalion hired us to assist you. That's a relief, he exhales slowly, shaking his head. We are too few to begin with, truth be told. It's a miracle we haven't lost anyone yet. Still, with your help, all these folks might make it. The man turns at a muffled shout in the distance, floating across the field toward you. Across from you, another Vanguard soldier crests a hill. Weapon raised in a frantic sprint as he draws near. He comes to an abrupt halt, just shy of your position, addressing the man in charge and pointing back with the tip of his spear. Sir, more demons! Fast approaching! Shit, he turns as he refits his helmet. You there, go with the refugees. We'll hold off these bastards as long as we can. We'll protect them. Good luck. So it looks like we're going to focus on protecting the refugees while these ones get in the thick of it. Fingers crossed per Stickslet. Yeah, we'll see how that works for our characters here. The soldiers nod. The soldier nods and slams his visor down. He whips around, drawing his spear, and barking orders at his unit, preparing them to face the enemy and likely their own deaths. Protect the refugees and flee. Looks like we don't get much of a choice. Lowering his spyglass, Alaric mumbles something under his breath as he frowns at the distant horizon. He turns towards you with a slight shake of his head, a troubled look on his face. They're still following, sir. More of them, in fact. At the rate they're gaining, I suspect they'll be all over us by nightfall. He digs around in his satchel and produces a map, unfurling it and carefully tracing a finger along the canvas. There's a cave system not far from here that will take us closer to Andalion and hopefully provide shelter from those demons. A cave? I'd rather stay above ground than get trapped underneath it, with no guarantees of safety down there. It's not ideal, but it's a risk we'll have to take. Roland turns away, grumbling inaudibly as they stomp off. Peering beside you, Lothric places a reassuring hand on your shoulder and puffs out a sigh. Can't please everyone, sir, but I reckon it's the right choice. We have no idea what awaits down in those caves, it's true, but we know damn well the danger we face up here. Well, that and hopefully we can, kind of get them bottlenecked. Alright, assembling your party. You can select up to 4 characters. Okay, yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. We can only do 4. So, it is important to consider the status of each. Well-rested characters become well-rested with inactivity. They gain 5% to power and earn 25% more XP. Available characters fit and ready for duty. Fatigued. A character who is fatigued can still participate, but they are debuffed with -10% to power, -10 morale, and -25% to XP earned. Injured. An injured character can participate, but they will suffer from penalties specific to their injury. And unavailable. Sometimes a character will be unavailable due to a specific injury or other reason. So the scouting report says demons, null beast, and spectral stuff. And yeah, we're going to have to find the cave's exit. Mission length medium, cave. All right. So Jocelyn is fatigued. Really? All right, modify gear and abilities. Let's take stuff off of her. So that's our healer that we're not going to have for this. And that's a default weapon. This is an adventurer's sword. Okay. So that's all right. Who else was all right? Available, well rested. Let's get both of our well rested in. And let's see. You hit like a truck. And I want you there. Jocelyn will be stepping out with Florin stepping in. That's Lothric covers a lot of ground, and so I like that. But I think we're going to have to. I think we're going to have them step aside for a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead. Is this armor going to work for the other person? We'll see. All right. So you. Let's go ahead and take a look at your gear. Got armor and a weapon. Whoa. This is a crap weapon. But it's a Pyrolancer. Let's... Okay. Is there somebody else? You know what? I'm really unhappy with that weaponry. Let's go ahead. Yeah, you can't remove basic stuff. Okay, let's... We're going to go ahead and switch her off for the fatigued one. And have him come in. And yeah, we're going to go back to having his gear. Alright, so does everybody have some good gear? You're good. You're good. You're good. And, and you. Yep, you are definitely good. You actually have a really good piece of armor. Why does it lower your speed? Oh, because it actually gives a good amount of armor. All right. Select provisions. All right. Before entering a dungeon, you'll be able to purchase provisions to bring with you. By default, unused provisions at the end of the dungeon are refunded at 50% of cost. This amount can be increased with company upgrades. All right. So I definitely want to have... See, this is why I didn't spend all my money earlier, Catfish, because I was figuring that this was kind of going to be like Darkest Dungeon, where I was going to need cash in order to go ahead and do this. Because if I had outfitted everyone, I would have probably been a lot lower on cash. So hopefully this will still work out. Anyways, let's get... let's see, we have one campfire, we have one potion, one tools, one bandage, and an antidote. Let's have... Okay.
Sorry, I had to
we can only
step
take
away for
we
the
can only
dog
take we
and
can
the
only
kid.
take one of each. I'm not going to take the ale for the morale because I'm assuming that an antidote might be more useful, especially since we don't have our healer with us. All right, let's hope this goes well, since our healer is all jacked up right now. Standing alongside the cave entrance, you motion to the weary refugees as they file past you, encouraging them to quicken their pace. With everyone inside, you look back at the plains one last time, frowning at the approaching void spawn, now clearly visible to the naked eye. As you enter the depths, a shriek at the front of the column causes a commotion. You push your way through the crowd to see a mutilated animal slumped to the ground. Yurik already down on their knees, examining the wounds. They turn and look up to you, scratching their brow with a puzzled explanation. Could have been demons, but I can't say for certain. They point to a series of deep lacerations on the creature's body. Not the work of any human, anyway. Regardless, we're obviously not alone down here. Let's tread carefully, then. Continue. Alright, so we're gonna scout. We got a question mark, so let's go ahead and move up to the question mark. With curiosity in her eyes, Florin runs a probing hand along the wall, suddenly stopping and turning to get your attention. Reckon there's something beyond this wall, though I can't say for certain. Let's find out. We're going to search the area. These tools ought to help. I've got a bad feeling about this. I agree, Catfish. I agree. Discover a narrow passageway and follow it in another chamber. At its center lies a spring filled with shimmering water, slowly flowing in from some passage above. Lauren approaches and kneels down, running a hand through the cool waters. Unless my knowledge is failing me, I do believe this water has healing properties. Indeed, I suppose we'll soon find out. Drink the water. A fortunate find. Good eye, Florin. Aye, the gods smile upon us. So, I guess we got to heal when nobody needed a heal. Cool beans. Alright, a small stack of crates sits in the corner of a dust-covered cloth draped over them. It's impossible to discern what they might contain without further inspection. Search the crates. Yeah, we're going to take 2 turns searching them. Received pelts. So this is just going to continue through that. Let's go ahead and search here. Alright, we scouted that out. Alright, we're going to get our first event. Your foes are now well aware of your presence and have prepared accordingly. Increased chance of ambush. Yay! Alright, let's explore ahead. Oh. Alright, so Null Beast Disruptor, a Flayer, Anguished, and a Spectral Weeper. Let's see if we can get... So speed 5, so that one can just cover ground. So it's going to be able to get to us probably. Speed 4. What's with these fast undead? Speed 2, okay. So at least we'll be able to get some distance from that one. But otherwise, we're going to make them come to us. And hopefully it'll work out relatively well. Let's see. I wish I could see the hexes right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did it have 6 movements or 5? 5. So it can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go to here, it will be able to attack me. So let's go right. Let's start right there. And you being tanky-ish. And kind of help with that. You will be down here to put your trap, and then you'll be able to attack from range. So yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we should be fine. All right, let's wait. We will wait. All right, you're going to go. All right, they're only coming so far forward. We can do the return to Cinder right here. Oh, and we'll go through walls. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so let's work on hitting this Null Beast with our regular attack. And then this one is... What are you doing? Not doing much. It's kind of concerning me. Guard mode. No targets in ranged. Oh, it has. Oh, she doesn't have the same block ability. She just has that one. All right, yeah, let's just guard up. We will wait. Let's have you run through the thing. We will wait. There you go. All right. So that worked out well. Let's get back.
It is less weight if they're skin and bones.
All right, we got them trying to close the distance on us from here, so we're gonna go ahead and start doing stuff with that. All right, since they're together, our conduit, or I mean our arc lightning should be helpful. Okay, so it gets to move every other turn? Is that what happened? All right, let's move here, and then let's do this. That's one kill. Another one weakened. I kind of want to bait it to be right here. I don't know if that's going to work, though. Let's just move to here and guard up. All right, we got you moving back. Guard up. Wait. Let's let one of them come to us. We'll do a return to Cinder right there. All right, they're coming to us. Good. All right, the mind over matter went off. All right, good. We got that. Let's see. Or actually, let's go ahead and do a conduit and start getting a whole bunch of damage. How does your movement work? You can move 4. What? Speed is 2, movement is 4. Okay, so I was actually a little off on it. So let's go ahead, let's get up here and start getting some damage on that. Ooh, or not. All right, she's broken her fear, rather. Okay, it flies, so I'm not sure if knocking it back into the pit is going to matter, but let's find out. Okay, knocking it back into the pit did matter. That's good. I wasn't sure how that was going to operate. Let's cross a lot of distance. Yeah, let's work on getting this down. All right, there we go. All right, we're getting a conduit going. Oh, shoot. So it's channeling a really strong ability right there. Is this gonna hurt my friends? Well, one way to find out. Yeah, okay, it hurts your friends when you do that. Well, alright. We still interrupted its ability to cast, though, which is good. And now we got it flanked. And we're nailing it with a ton of attacks. So far, we've been more damaging to ourselves than to anyone else. Or than anyone else has been to us. But that worked well. Alright, and we got a bandage out of it.
Hey y'all, this is Hazzy. Thank you so much for watching our showcase of the Iron Oath. If you liked it, please be sure to go down under the description and click the link so that you could wishlist or purchase this game. Thank you, IGC, for the key so we could share this with our community. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more indie games, please be sure to subscribe. Okay, y'all, I'll see you later. Peace.